What is going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. Welcome to a new video, a new series we're doing now. I've been streaming on Twitch. If you guys don't already follow me, there's a link to that in the description below. Cheap plug. But you guys were telling me you wanted me to try a realistic franchise where we try some different rules out and try to make it as realistic as possible. So we made, while we were in Twitch, we made some ground rules and we picked a team. So the team we're going to be is the Detroit Tigers, which is going to be fun. I thought I did a franchise with the Tigers in 18. I only did one in 17. Now, the cool thing about the Tigers is we're going to have the number one pick in this draft. So we're going to pick them. I'm going to go over the rules and we'll start the franchise. Now, if you guys do enjoy this series, make sure to drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more MLB 18 franchise videos. And then 19, obviously, once that drops, we'll be doing franchise on that as well. Now, if you guys are wondering where I got this roster, we're going to be using with like all full prospects and everything. There's a link to that in the description below. Ryden with Operation Sports makes an amazing roster. So this is the point of this franchise, is make it as realistic as possible. GM contracts, this was kind of a tough one if we should have it on or off. We decided to put it on to be as realistic as possible. So GM contracts on. Fantasy draft obviously off. Legend free agents obviously off. Computer roster control off. Computer trading on. Force trades off. Designated hitter auto. Perfect. So we'll start in the regular season. Here's where we're going to be changing some things up. If you guys are, okay, maximum stays, I'll fix that later. So we're going to do some mode specific. So all this is still going to be the same. I think a couple of you guys were mentioning in stream of me having manual scouting. I personally just hate how scouting is in the game, and I just like outsourcing it. And my logic was like, Theo Epstein doesn't scout everyone. He may look at one or two players, but he has scouts for a reason. He lets his scouts do the scouting. So that was kind of my logic. We're going to roll with it. All the rest of this is going to be done manually. Another big change. Injuries are going to be on. It's going to be fun with injuries on. And then for trade, so here's a couple things. So one rule we have that we decided, no franchise glitches. What I mean by that, top prospects, we won't see it here, but when a player gets drafted, so players who get drafted in June, so this is 2018 we're in right now, the year of 2018. So the number one pick I take in June 2018, the winter of 2018, 2019, and then the regular season the year after it, their trade value is like half or a third of what it should be. I don't know why, but that is what it is. We will not trade for those players. If I see a top prospect, let's just say hypothetically here, Juan Soto was drafted last year by the Nationals. This is a hypothetical. He wasn't, but just to hear me out. Let's just say the player whose name is Juan Soto was drafted by the Nationals in 2018 or 2017, and this is the 2018 season. If I wanted to trade for him, his value would be like a half a bar, like equivalent to a middling reliever. And you could trade almost anyone and get like all the top prospects. We won't be doing that. I'll get to this. I'm going to come back to this in a minute, but just remember that I won't be doing that. Also, you guys have seen it with like our Moneyball franchise in the offseason. You can sign your free agents to like $50,000 contracts for 2 years after they've played like 1 year of service time. Won't be doing that. That's not realistic. No one's going to be taking that after 1 year of service time. Another thing you guys tell me to do all the time, which we won't be doing, is, I've never done this, but people have mentioned it, the last day of free agency in the offseason, if any player who's still a free agent, you can offer them like the league minimum and they will automatically accept it. We won't be doing that as well. So all like glitches, we won't be doing. I do want to, while we're talking, I do want to hire some scouts. Another thing is trades. I'm going to go over all that in a second, because trades this is where it got kind of interesting. So we have West, Central, International, East. We can improve the international scout. So and also before I forget, sponsorships. Let's take care of sponsorships, and then I'm going to go over how we're going to do the trades, because trades is pretty interesting how we're doing. I think we came up with a good method. So the only way we can make trades are two ways. I can't just go to make a trade, and if I want a new second baseman, Jonathan Villar's here, I go do a trade. Can't do that. If I wanted to just trade Jose Iglesias, he's in the final year of his deal before he's a free agent, which actually makes some sense. I can't do this and then do suggest trades, do prospects, and then get whoever they offer. Can't do that. This is how trades work. We will view, now it's the beginning of the year, so this is empty. We will view the trading block and we'll see who's there. If a player is there, I can initiate a trade and do whatever I want. So basically what the logic is, if that team is willing to trade a player, let's say I look at it and let's just say the Brewers want to trade Travis Shaw, just a random trade. I can hit X, initiate the trade, and then it will come up to the screen here. Let's just go to it, and let's just say the Brewers want to trade him. And it will show up like this. And then I can trade whoever I want. If I want to trade Iglesias, I can do it, and it works. I can trade whoever I want on this. However, I can't go and I'll get to another point in a second. So there's that. If I want to, another way of making trades so we can view the trade block is update the trade block. If I want to trade Miguel Cabrera, which I probably do because we're rebuilding, but we still need to be competitive as a franchise, I will do this. I'll add him to the trade block, and I put in who I want. I want starting pitching. I want a closer. I want a catcher. I want second. I want center fielders. You can only do 5. So I'm going to do it right now. Is put all the guys who I want on the trade block. So let's do that right now. And one unfortunate thing is that it hurts players' morale, but I think that's fine. I want Zimmerman on that. He's not good. So let's see. Victor Reyes, we actually go over the roster too. We haven't even done that yet. So Liriano, we'll put him on. We'll just put some players on this. See what I do want to keep Jimenez. He's young. Castellanos has 4 years of service time, so he's not expensive yet. Matt Boyd is kind of young, so I think that's fine. So those guys are on the trade block, as you can see here on the screen. They're right there. And it says like their final year, how many years they have remaining. Miguel Cabrera has 5 years remaining on that contract. Yeesh. So if a team then offers us a trade, so Miguel Cabrera's on the trade block, and we put in what positions we want. I don't really want a closer. Let's put third base. And I just put center field because I don't know. I just put center, but we could also put left or whatever it is. That's kind of how it works. So boom, that's how we get it. If a team wants Miguel Cabrera, they will offer us a trade. We can then take that trade. That's how we can trade Miguel Cabrera, is if they offer us a trade. However, back to the franchise glitch rule, let's say a team, let's go back to that hypothetical we had earlier with Juan Soto. Let's say he was just like drafted and he has no trade value. If the team offers us that player with the no trade, like limited trade value because it's a glitch in the system, I will not accept those trades. They will not be accepted. We're making this as realistic as possible. It's going to be tough because there's guys who I want to get in this franchise, but we can only get them. Like I want to get Andrew Triggs, for instance. We can't get him unless he's A, on the trade block, or B, a team offers him to us. That's the only way we can make trades. That's pretty much it for the rules. It's going to be tough. Obviously, we have to stay within budget. We may get fired. Hopefully, we can find a new job if we do get fired. Let's take a look at the roster of what we're working with. We do have some good young prospects, and Perez is an A potential. We got Bo Burrows as a B potential. Fado is an A potential. Casey Mize was the number 1 pick. I think his potential's only 90, though. 94, okay. So 94 for Casey Mize. Matt Manning is at 90. Let's take a look at relievers. We got Joe Jimenez, Shane Green, McCann, Grayson Griner. So, I mean, Griner might be a player. James McCann's a solid catcher. Nothing crazy. Miggy at first. Victor Martinez, some older players there. Nick Goodrum at second. Great name, but not a great player. Third base is Candelario. He's not bad. Not bad at all. Lugo is not really much of a prospect, but he's there. Iglesias at short. We don't have much of a farm system on positional players. Daz Cameron, son of Mike. He's there. Parker Meadows and Victor Reyes. Gerber and the Gerber baby, Mike Gerber. And Dustin Peterson. And not much of a prospect. So we don't have many. We have some pitching prospects, which is nice. So one thing we're going to have to pay attention to when we draft, is players' durability. That will be very important. So let's get the season started. This is going to be tough. It's going to be fun, though. I want to try this out. Because I think this is a good time to experiment with things. We're currently in January, and this will be going into February. MLB 19 will come out in March. If this works, then that's something we can maybe try in MLB 19. Speaking of MLB 19, if you don't already have pre-ordered the game, I'm giving a copy away. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter. If you go to Twitter and you look at my pinned tweet, it's the tweet for a giveaway, and all you have to do is retweet that tweet, and that's annoying. Hang on a second, and you can enter. That's all you have to do. So let's make sure the lineup's good. I know we're not going to be good this year, unfortunately. Yeah, we have Buck Farmer in the bullpen. Really? I'm going to send Buck Farmer down. A great name. All-time name. He's actually pitching well. I'll leave him up. But what about Stumpf? He's struggling. Let's send him down. And we're going to call it. So it's going to be really important for us to build depth. It will be more important than ever to build depth in the system for the simple fact of injuries. Oops, I have to send him to Class A. There we go. All right. And the problem is, like, I want to trade Miggy, but what if he gets, like, a season-ending injury? Like, then we can't trade him. So that's going to be interesting. Right now, we're 4-11, nothing too hot. So I do, oh, nice little homestand there. Let's take a look once Candelario is healed. Look at all these. Whoa! Severino got traded for Nomar Mazara and Willie Calhoun. Now, we're being realistic. That would not happen in real life. I can't control what the computer does. Don't be like, hey, Kane asked you that trade's not realistic what the Texas Rangers and Yankees did. No shit. And this is called realistic franchise. I'm being realistic. Let's take a look on where we are standing-wise. We're 5 out of the division, and we're 4.5 out of the wild card. Not awful. What do we have for top prospects? We probably have a couple. I didn't even check. Maybe not. Unless I'm... Oh, there we go. Casey Mize is at 43. Franklin Perez is at 46. Okay. So let's look at the trading block. Obviously, Miguel Cabrera is there. Bennett, so, like, we want Benintendi. This is how we can get Benintendi. Now, if you are going to say the Red Sox wouldn't put him on the trade block, couple things. One, I would say probably not, but there's the whole morale thing. He's only satisfied. He doesn't like he's a platoon player with the Red Sox, so he doesn't like it. See right there, it says platoon. We don't know, and that's like, we will just assume that there is some, you would just, if he's on the trade block, he's on the trade block for a reason. We can't control everything out of it. So if I want Benintendi, and I do, let's talk, because we have no positional depth in the system. So let's see here. I guess we could. I can do whatever. I can add any player I want in this trade because the Red Sox are willing to do it. So since the Red Sox are willing to trade a player, I can offer him whoever I want because the Red Sox are like, I want to trade this guy, and I'm like, okay, I got this, this, and this. Will you take it? Fulmer would almost get the deal to work. Fulmer becomes a stud. Daniel Norris. How about Franklin Perez? Oh, Perez does have a good amount of... That does work. Fado as well. And if I included... those all three would get us Benintendi. That is... That... I would give up 2. I don't want to give up Casey Mize. I could give up Castellanos, who's kind of like the opposite of Benintendi, who hits lefties, and Benintendi hits righties. Now, durability is going to be so important in this franchise because injuries are on. So, Castellanos' durability of a 96 is really good. 92 for Benintendi is really good. Now, here's the thing. Benintendi has A potential, Castellanos has B. Castellanos is 26, Benintendi's 23. Castellanos is 7 overall worse. So we give up 2 top pitching prospects, not high pitching prospects, but 2 good pitching prospects. Now, let's see if I can maybe sub out one of those pitching prospects for someone else. Let's see. Perez is only 20, but he has a good amount of value. Fado does 2, but if I put in Bo Burrows, doesn't work. Damn it. I can't. And the thing is, we can't add another player to get the money to work unless that player is also on the trade block. Like, I could normally just be like, oh, let me just add in Pedroia's crappy contract, and let's say the trade would work. We can only do that if Pedroia was on the trade block as well. So let's see if I can... I think we're going to... Iglesias almost worked. Well, let's just do this. I want Benintendi. I want that bat. We are giving up a lot, but it's a realistic trade. The Red Sox are willing to trade up Benintendi. I'm giving up a player of Castellanos who wasn't on our trade block, but I can trade him because the Red Sox initiated the trade by wanting to trade Benintendi, and we're giving up 2 prospects. But we are giving up 2 prospects, but we are getting Benintendi. And they do it, boom. So let's see what else is out there. Justin Smoke is out there. They're willing to trade Smoke. Avisail Garcia. Wow, he's having a really good year. He is a free agent at the end of the year, though. And I know some of you guys were saying there are too many trades in the franchise, which is kind of yay, and I understand where you're coming from, but it's like in real life, a lot of trades do sometimes happen. David Bodie, Tyler O'Neill is out there. So they're willing to trade Tyler O'Neill. Like, I would give up Cabrera for it. Money doesn't work. So I know several people were worried that prospects wouldn't be on this. Well, prospects are on this. There's just not many. But we did get Benintendi. So let's put him in. He's going to be left field. Because he doesn't have... I'll put him in right. But he's going to play every day, and he's going to be happy. His morale is now... As you can see, it's better now. He's happy. His overall went up 2. He's now on 89. So, he didn't like his situation that he was in. And now he's in a happier situation. So, let's continue the season. Let's go a few weeks and see what happens. Let's just auto-fix that. He's no longer injured. Harold Castro, 1 to 2 months. Let's put him on the 60-day DL. He's in AAA. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Iglesias pull muscle. Just automatic that. We are actually 24-18. We're doing very well. Benintendi. 10-day DL. Damn it. Let's fix that. We have like nothing. I might call up a... who do we call up? Christian Stewart can really hit for some power, so let's add him. This is actually gonna be there'll be some parts of it annoying, but I think it's gonna be fun, guys. I really do. It's gonna be a lot more. Look at Miggy hitting 358. Wow. Fulmer's been great, Boyd's been good. Wow, Liriano has a 2.44 ERA. Our bullpen's actually kind of weak. I don't want to go and add a lot of... I mean, we're 5 games out of the wild card, but we're a game out of the... 1 game out of the wild card, excuse me, 5 out of the division. We can look at the trade... Let's take a look at the trades. Cesar Hernandez is out there. He's not a free... He's strained hamstring on 1 to 6 days. He's in 305, only 1 home run. What's his durability? 78. Scooter Gennett, better durability. He is out there. We don't have much at second base right now. I think we're rocking Nico Goodrum, who is not doing so hot. So if I put in, like I said, since they put him out on the trade block, we can do whatever we want. Funkhauser, I don't love him. Neither do they. Sandy Baez, I do like Sandy, but they don't love him. Candelario at third. I actually like Candelario. He turns into a pretty good player. How's Iglesias doing? He's really struggling hitting. That almost gets the deal done. Now, Scooter Gennett is in the final year of his deal, but he's got another year, a year after that before he's a free agent. So if we put Iglesias, well, that just opens up a hole. That doesn't make much sense. Stroman's not a free agent, is out there. He's not pitching great. Rich Hill,'s 38. I do like Avisail. Kyle Gibson's kind of struggling. Let's just keep it going. Uh, 2 to 3 months. Jeez. I'm pleasantly surprised how well we're playing. Let's activate them. So I want to see when I auto-utilized, did it just put him back in the lineup or did it not? It did, but it moved him down. I actually want to see how Stewart does in the majors. Not a good fielder, but he can hit for power. And Mike Matuk, he's actually been halfway decent. Let's see how the power plays with Stewart. And where is Benintendi? Why are you waiting? I know he's bad versus lefties, but I want him in the middle of the order so he's happy. All right, let's keep her going. Let's go a few more days. A little bit of a losing streak. We're 35-27, so we're 4.5 only out of the wild card. I mean, out of the division, and we're only a half a game out of the wild card. Surprisingly, doing pretty good. Let's take a look because we do have the #1 pick in the draft. Actually, you know what? I think this would be a great time to end the video. It's about 20 minutes long. We're gonna have the number one pick in the next episode of the draft. I think this is a great cliffhanger. Sorry, but I hope you guys did enjoy this. This was fun. This was fun to do. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. Like I said, if you are enjoying this, please drop a like on the video. The team's surprisingly playing well. Not the bullpen though. We don't have much in the way in the farm system for bullpen either. So you might have to try to outsource that. But we'll see. There's not any really great Dan Otero. We'll look at that next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy this. Please drop a like if you did. Sub if you are new. Talk to you later. Take it easy. Peace.